Hello collective, this is Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your reading. So I want to do a reading where I'm basically going to run through all the signs and see how an oracle card, just like a general baseline message, and then go through each sign and see how it relates to the specific sign. I hope that makes sense. So the first card we have is Wedding Rings from the Love Oracle. And then let's just go with that. It says union, marriage, soul connection, everlasting devotion. So this is about taking a relationship to the next level. This is about commitment. This is about committing to one person. This is definitely romance, right? So it is a love reading. I am using the Love Oracle, so it makes sense. So let's see how it relates to the... So we're going to start off with the Aries, with the person you're dealing with, Aries. Or it could be the cross watcher. Let me put cross watcher here in my notes so I remember to say that. For Aries or Aries cross watcher 107. What is this wedding rings? What is the wedding rings message? Okay, so someone who is dealing with Aries, or you are an Aries, the person you're dealing with, Six of Swords. If there was if there was any issues that you and this person have been having, you may be heading into calmer waters. However, I feel like there's a bit of deception. Whenever I see this card in this person's face, it seems like somebody who felt like they got away with something. So I would say if there was some sort of question or argument that you had and that you're moving away, maybe you were engaged to this person and you're no longer, you have ended your relationship with them in some way. But it could also be that you and them are moving away from conflict. And it could be conflict that's from an external source. Because sometimes we do have people in our lives that aren't really happy for us. They may be sabotaging the relationship, or there could be some sort of sabotage going on within the relationship. And I'm just saying that just because of this person's face. It's like that self-satisfied smirk. So that's something to be aware of. At the bottom, we have death. Okay, so there's something's ending. Something might be ending in your relationship. Or it could be a conflict that's ending where you're now going into calmer waters. So please take the message as it resonates. Okay, so now we're going to go into Taurus. 234, 234. Okay, Taurus. When it comes to wedding rings, how does it relate to Taurus? How does that relate to Taurus? Wedding rings. Wedding rings for Taurus. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, Page of Swords. So if you're a Taurus or a Taurus cross watcher, someone may be being watched. It could be you or somebody. Maybe somebody is trying to get some information. You know how sometimes all right, what came to my mind was, sometimes when a person is planning an engagement or something, they start to gain some information about something. They start doing research. So there may be somebody, Taurus or a cross watcher, that may be doing research, scouting, or something about weddings. Looking for wedding rings, or maybe they're fishing for information. They may be getting information from other people, observing other people, observing your habits. There may be a plan for a proposal, spoiler alert, if that's the case. But it's definitely, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Because a bunch of cards flipped over, 10 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like some of you are going to get married. There may be a proposal, or also renewing your vows. It could be something like that if you're already married. So someone may be already starting to plan, starting to organize, get some information, doing some research, So like I said, take it as it resonates. Let me fix my cards. Let's see. Oh, it could have been somebody that's been in their head about it, because I did see the Eight of Swords there. So something that someone's been overthinking about, Taurus. All right, so now we're going to go into Gemini. Gemini for 444, Gemini. That card. Ooh, the Emperor, Gemini. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries energy. This person wanted to take control of a situation. This person maybe coming to some sort of decision. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. Okay. What came to my mind is taking the lead. I feel like the Emperor, well, he is someone that does take the lead. So that somebody may be taking a lead towards some sort of commitment towards you, Gemini, or Gemini cross watcher. You know, this person, I think that they see you as their match, somebody that they see that they can build with, that they can grow with. This is someone that's not even thinking not only about the present, but they're also thinking about the future, you know, and they could see that future with you. They probably see you as someone who does embody a fire sign energy, you know, someone who is beautiful, who takes initiative and creative, you know, who follows her own path, or his or her own path, you know. So that may be resonant with you. Okay, Gemini. So I hope that helps. So someone's considering proposal for marriage, taking a relationship to the next level. And if it isn't romantic, this is a side message. It could be that someone wants to partner up with you because they feel like they could build with you. They like your ideas. They like the way you think. They like the way you take action. Okay, so Cancer for 626. Cancer for 626. What is this wedding rings energy for Cancer? Wow, that's beautiful. We have the Two of Cups. Yeah, someone sees you as someone that they can have a relationship with. It could be somebody you're already in a relationship with, Cancer or cross-watcher, but they're definitely thinking that, you know, though this is new, this could be a newer relationship. This person can see that there's a possibility that you and them have a soul connection, a soul bond. You're there for each other. You care for each other. And they can see a future with you, you know. When I looked at the sunrise or the sunset, depending on the way you view it, I feel like it's sunset because the colors are more saturated. I feel like this is someone who thinks that they can spend the rest of their life with you. Okay, Cancer. So someone sees you as someone, or Cancer cross-watcher, someone sees you as somebody that they can have it all with, you know. Oh my gosh, they also see you as a wish fulfillment. They see you as somebody that, you know, ticks all the boxes, you know. They may also see your relationship as one that's with healing and restoration, you know. Maybe you have been a support to each other in some way. You've nurtured each other, cared for each other. Okay, so that may resonate with you. So now we're gonna go into Leo. Leo, 757 for Leo. 757 for Leo. What is this wedding rings energy for Leo or Leo cross-watcher? What is this wedding rings energy for Leo or Leo cross-watcher? Okay, we have the Star. Okay, this person sees you as a wish fulfillment. I like that this reading seems positive. I mean, it didn't start off that positive in the beginning, but you know, with the Six of Swords, but I digress because we're on Leo right now. So Leo, this person may be seeing you as a wish. They may have manifested you. Maybe you or this person is trying to manifest commitment, marriage, a union with you. I don't know. Be careful because someone may be doing some type of ritual or manifestation. So yeah, at the bottom, Six of Wands. Yeah, they want to see, if there's someone that you're dealing with, Leo or Leo cross-watcher, this person sees that they can have success and victory with you. And their wish would be for them to be your wedding partner, your wedding ring giver or taker. Okay, so I like this so far. This video is pretty good. So now we're going into Virgo for 9/22 for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know with this wedding rings energy? We're currently in Virgo season, so if we are, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Virgo. Okay, let's see what the message is for Virgo cross-watcher. What is this wedding rings energy for Virgo or Virgo cross-watcher? Virgo. What is the wedding rings for Virgo? Okay. Ooh, Queen of Cups, Virgo. Someone sees you as someone who is loving, compassionate, caring, emotionally stable, But they just see you as someone who's a bit whimsical in a way too, you know? Wow, the Emperor. Wow, this person may be watching you and may be in awe of you, Virgo. You know, this may be somebody who can be a boss figure, a figure of authority, you know, but they do observe you and they just see you living your life and they're liking what they see. I think that this person can be considering marriage with you, or if you are with them, you know, vice versa, cross watcher, you know. But this person does see you as someone who's loving and caring. They may even see you as someone who balances them out, you know, in some way. But the thing is, I feel like this person may be in awe of you, you know, because you seem very free and caring. And it's like the way you are, it's like you're not, I don't want to say you're not in control, but it's like you look free, you know, like carefree. And they may be watching you, seeing you that way. I want to get another card. I want to see what else. Oh, Six of Cups. Ooh, this person could be someone who sees you as a soulmate. This could also be a person, the Emperor energy, fire sign energy. Someone who's just embodies, like they have a lot of self-control, a lot of discipline, but they also are someone who is established, wealthy, have everything. They have everything going on for them. So this may be somebody from your past, or it could be someone that may look at you as a soulmate connection. And we do have soul connection here. So, you know, that may be relevant to you. So you may feel that way. And I feel like with them, they may think that you make them feel safe and secure, you know, like they can, you know, with you, they can be free. They can be, you know, they could, you know, I don't want to say lose control, but they could let down their guard in some way. So I hope that resonates with you, Virgo. Now we're going into Libra. What's Libra for 11:55 for Libra? 11:55 for Libra. Okay. What is Libra? What is this wedding rings energy for Libra or cross watcher? What is this wedding rings energy for Libra, Libra cross watcher? Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is someone who is like, they're laying in bed thinking about you. They think about you. They think about everything that, like memories, because this is a Page of Pentacles. This is someone who is like, they have the first seedling. It's somebody who is a self-starter. There's somebody that is grounded and secure, but they could be younger than you too. Libra, this could be somebody that just sees you. I feel like this person fantasizes about you, Libra. They think about you. They lay in bed thinking about you. They could be an earth sign energy. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, they may be having lustful thoughts about you. And it could be something that they don't really tell you. You maybe don't even know that this person that sees you this way. It has to be somebody that you're dealing with, but it could be someone that just has a lot of love for you and would like to have some sort of romantic relationship with you. It could be somebody new that you're starting off with. Your relationship is new and it's starting to grow. It's starting to, you know, take root. I think I know the card too. Five of Wands. I think there may be a little bit of conflict, and that could be why this person is thinking and daydreaming and wondering, you know, and that could be this too, the unknown. Like there may be a bit of conflict in what they want to do with you moving forward, like maybe conflicted about wedding, about commitment, about taking your relationship to the next level. It could be that, you know. But this person does daydream about you and think about you. They probably even may think about you marrying you too. They may be entertaining that thought, you know. I hope that was helpful, Libra. Now we're going into Scorpio. Scorpio, 1410 for Scorpio. I'm going to put 1408, actually, for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know, Spirit, when it comes to wedding rings? What is this wedding rings for Scorpio or cross watcher? What is this wedding rings energy for Scorpio? Ooh. Okay, you got two cards, Scorpio. Okay, some of you may be making a final decision about something, but it's something that's going to allow there to be some sort of new beginning. So, and the bottom is Temperance. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius energy. So when it comes to this wedding rings, Sagittarius energy, Temperance, I think that some of you are maybe at a crossroads about a Sagittarius and about what you want to do with this person. If you want to, even if you can see marriage with this person, can you see commitment with this person? You know, you may be considering walking away from this person and starting new, or trying to start something, like restart your connection in some way. With the wedding rings, there is that connection. There is that desire for each other, that there is love in the relationship. But there may be, but you know, it's just like maybe you're waiting, Scorpio or Scorpio crosswatcher, for someone to make a decision about a relationship. It could be you're waiting for someone to maybe pop the question, you know, or if this, you're not sure if this is even possible with this person, you know, if you should just move on. But the Temperance energy, this is about alchemization. This is about moderation, reconciliation of some sort. So some of you may be considering reconciling with somebody, you know. That could be the big decision. And you could be thinking about reconciling with someone that you were married to in the past or were engaged to. Yeah, it could be that. I feel like I need another card. The Emperor. You could be dealing with someone who is of social standing, that has a lot of self-control, who is disciplined, who is self-made, who is attractive, who he's basically everything, you know. But that could be what you're thinking about, you know. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. The Emperor is Aries, fire sign energy, but it's just an energy, you know. So you may be at this crossroads where you're deciding whether you should start something, restart something, or even end something when it comes to wedding rings. Wow. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, now we're going into Sagittarius. 1704 for Sagittarius. Okay, for Sagittarius. It's funny that Sagittarius showed up in the Scorpio reading. Let's see if Scorpio shows up in Sagittarius' reading. Okay. Sagittarius is Sagittarius crosswatcher. What is this wedding rings energy? What is this wedding rings energy for Sagittarius? Okay, King of Cups. This is Scorpio, didn't I? Okay, some of you, Scorpio, Sagittarius, you may be dealing with each other. But we have another card, Six of Wands. Okay, I feel like somebody sees that there's a lot of love in a situation, and someone sees that there can be success, that there can be a marriage, there can be a commitment in a relationship. Oh, Queen of Cups. Water sign energy. I feel like somebody is sees that someone sees you as their match, Sagittarius or crosswatcher. They see you as their match. They see you as somebody that they can see success with, that they can see growth. Wow. Deer. The deer is there. Deer. I kind of want to look that up, but I can't do that. I feel like somebody sees like they see that there's growth, that you're their match, Sagittarius or crosswatcher, that there can be a marriage, that could be a union of sorts. That is so funny. So Scorpio and Sagittarius may be dealing with each other. Very interesting. Yeah. Let's see what's underneath. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is an energy where there's stability, there's groundedness. There's also wealth, there's money, there's abundance, you know. This is also about longevity too, because the Pentacles energy is something that takes time. It's slow and steady wins the race energy, you know. But what I'm thinking, Sagittarius is Sagittarius crosswatcher. Someone may be taking it nice and slow because they want to see if there can be growth and if something can be built. Not only because there definitely is a lot of emotions with the king and queen showing up. So there's a lot of love. There's a lot of compassion. There's care, right? But it's like, but is it only, like, you know, yeah, you want emotional, but you also want there to be stability. You want there to be groundedness, you know? And in order for there to be like a love relationship like this, there also needs to be some earth in there, you know? Something to make sure stabilize the relationship so that it can be victorious, you know? So I feel like there is an emotional bond between you and your person, Sagittarius or cross-watcher, you know? So yeah, I'm going to leave that there. All right, we're going to go into Capricorn for 2007. For Capricorn. Capricorn. What is this wedding rings? Wedding rings energy for Capricorn. Capricorn. What is this wedding rings energy for Capricorn? Wedding rings energy for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, you got 3 cards. You got the Ace of Cups, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and 4 of Swords. You know what I'm thinking? I think that some of you maybe, this could be a new relationship, you know? Ace of Cups, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups. I feel like some of you may be meeting somebody that it's going to be a brand new relationship. Some of you may be recovering from a breakup from the past. You know, you may be healing, resting, taking time for yourself, you know, self-care. But then I think that you may meet somebody that you will consider. So this is Capricorn or cross-watcher, right? Meeting somebody who you may connect with emotionally. Someone that you could see some sort of future with, right? But the 4 of Swords, that's the thing. You got 4, you know? So I feel like this is about stability, you know, because 4 is like stability, right? With the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. But I feel like some of you may be needing to heal, like something within yourself before you can actually be in the celebratory 4 of Wands type of energy where you are happy and, you know, able to connect healthily, you know, that you are restored energetically for a relationship that can ultimately be this. I feel like you may be meeting somebody in the near future who you can have a loving partnership where you are feeding into each other's cups. But I feel like with the Ace of Cups and the 4 of Swords, it's about you taking time to take care of yourself. Make sure you replenish your energy. Do the things that you love. Make sure you're resting, that you're not overworking, you're not overthinking, you know. It could be also taking more spiritual care of yourself. Also working on whatever inner issues you may be having, you know, if you are having any issues with the strength. This is about taming some sort of beast. You know, so that could be where the healing is coming from. And with the Swords, that's about thoughts. So if some of you have been overthinking, have been, you know, anxious, stressed out or whatever, or you're moving away from a situation that was disappointing, from the 3 of Swords, because the 4 of Swords is after the 3 of Swords, right? The numbers, right? So you may be doing some inner work, inner child work, right? And all that is going to set up the perfect place for you to meet somebody new that can be a person that you can have a commitment, long-term commitment with, even marriage. Okay, I hope that was helpful. So now we're going to go into Aquarius, 2315 for Aquarius. Okay, what is this wedding rings energy for Aquarius? What is this wedding rings energy for Aquarius? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Wow. I feel like that if you are dealing with someone, Aquarius or a cross-watcher, there may be a shift in your relationship. I need one more. Wheel of Fortune. So some of you may be focused on your career path. So you may be seeing some changes when it comes to that. So maybe the wedding rings energy can be that you do meet somebody, and they could be an earth sign energy, and it could be somebody who is working towards, you know, their own financial stability, their own financial abundance and growth, right? So you may be seeing some sort of change with that in that connection, but you could also be seeing personal changes within your own connection, right? But look, the 6 of Cups, this is probably someone you know from the past, or this could be someone that you may consider a soulmate. You know, so there could be some sort of shift in a relationship. And if that's the case, there may be somebody who's changing their mind, having a change of mind, change of path, wanted to make a change, you know, a turn of events. I want to say that if you are in a relationship, this person can be thinking about planning out, because you see here, the Knight has a map. and it has the sunflower. The sunflower is about happiness. It's about light, sunshine, you know. It reminds me of the sun card. And this person maybe had a change of heart about something, especially, or not change of heart about something, because I think that they can see you as someone who is their happiness, Aquarius. But maybe there's a shift. There may be a sudden shift. There may be something changing in your relationship. And it could be that this person wants to, you know, let you know, or, you know, may want to propose to you or whatever. Or they may be letting you know that they see you as somebody that they can have a long-term relationship with. And I just split that 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you and this person may be very focused on your finances right now. But you do feel that soul bonds. You feel that soul connection with each other, you know? And eventually you and them are going to be at that path. It's like this person's like, meet me halfway, you know? I thought of the song, Meet Me Halfway. Meet me halfway, right at the borderline is where I'm going to wait for you. I'll be looking out night and day. Take my heart to the limit, and this is where I'll stay. That could be you. You could be the sunflower. They're trying to find their path to you. And it made me think about the song from Maroon 5, Maps, you know? So I feel like that's what's going on with you, Aquarius. So I hope this was helpful. And now we're going to go into Pisces. But hold on, I had to pause. I'm glad I paused because someone interrupted my reading. Okay, so now what's this wedding rings energy for Pisces? Pisces, 2638 for Pisces. Okay, what is this wedding rings? I have to ground myself. Hold on. Okay, Pisces, let's get to your reading. What's this wedding rings energy for Pisces? Wow, the Queen of Cups wanted to come out. Oh, okay. What is this wedding rings energy for Pisces or the cross crusher? Wedding rings energy. Okay, you got 3 cards, Pisces. You have the Tower, the High Priestess, and the 4 of Wands. I feel like some of you may already know this is going on. If you're dealing with somebody, or the cross watcher, you're dealing with a Pisces, some of you maybe, there could be a sudden shocking change, right? But it's something it's maybe hidden. But I feel like the High Priestess is already, I feel like some of you may be shocked about something. That's what it is. I feel like you're going to be shocked that someone is maybe wanting to have that, you know, a commitment with you. Sees you as a soulmate or someone that they can have a, you know, Page of Wands. It could be a fire sign energy, younger fire sign energy, Pisces, that may be, that you may be shocked, maybe making some sort of move towards you when it comes to a relationship, a commitment. Someone may be suddenly expressing their feelings towards you, but I feel like it doesn't shock you so much because you already know. Because Pisces, they're intuitive, you know. They say Scorpio is the most intuitive sign, but I feel like anybody could be intuitive, right? It's regardless of, but Pisces, for some reason, you know. So, and the High Priestess is Pisces, so you are showing up. I feel like you're not going to be shocked. You're not going to be shocked. You're not going to be shocked. But the Tower, something is going to happen unexpectedly. Maybe you already sense that something's going to happen. Maybe you're sensing that you may be meeting somebody, or that the person you're with may be wanting to get engaged. That somebody may confess their love to you in some way. You may already sense this. But I'm like, what is this Tower? What is this Tower? 5 of Cups. I feel like that some of you may have faced some sort of disappointment in the past. Maybe there was a plan to get married, but maybe that could be what it is. That you already sense that someone may be doubting because the 5 of Cups, you know? Oh, no. All right, say it could be that. Like, it could be that you feel that somebody could be doubting. That's what popped into my mind. So, but another thing is, like, you know, sometimes you could be like, I know it's going to happen. You think it's going to happen this way or that way. I feel like if this person is going to propose to you, they're planning, but they're doing it really good, because you already sent something, but it's like the way it's done is going to be shocking to you, you know, but you are going to be happy. You're going to be celebrating, right? There's going to be celebration with this. But I feel like maybe all the times that this person attempted, maybe all the times, like these little dots right here in the map, it could be all the times that you thought this person was going to propose to you and they did it. And then you finally like kind of gave up hope. You're like, oh, like forget it. You're like, I'm disappointed and whatever. And the person might propose to you in a surprising way. And maybe this person knows that you can sense something, so they kind of wanted to trick you with the change. Yeah. Something's going to change. And it might be a sudden change, sudden shift, you know? But with the card being in the upright, that's a good thing, you know? It could also be that this person probably tried to, but they were afraid. Because I see like underneath, I see the Wheel of Fortune, then we have the 10 of Wands, and then so I feel like this person is trying to catch you off guard. They want it to be a surprise to you. They want to knock the socks off of you, you know. They want to knock you off your feet in a way. They want to sweep you off your feet. That could be what's going on for you, Pisces. I like that this readings were, for the most part, positive. So I hope this reading resonates with any of the signs that make it to the end. And I'm wishing you a lot of love and light.